And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
Smooth. I like the way you raised that, Lou.
Thank you.
And we are a go. Thank you, as always, to the legend Ron Bennington and The Bennington Show. Always giving us the best lead-in in broadcasting. This is The Bonfire. That's right. Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. I'm Big J. Okerson. That's Dan Soder.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
2022, baby, in studio.
I know. Nice to be back in studio. COVID's not real. Everyone
Guys,
relax.
we had some opinion shifts over the break.
Yeah, guys. It's not real. And build that wall.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Build that wall.
I'm into the moon landing not being real. That's where I'm standing.
Conspiracy Dan. Get ready for it.
Came in fringe, dude.
Lake County Dan would have had a hut with some kind of weird, like, shortwave radio broadcast you'd be doing.
No, I feel like Lake County Dan would dabble with methamphetamines and start believing that the aliens were in the lake.
Yeah. We have to drain the lake.
Yeah.
Old Danny drained the lake soda.
Fucking, what's under there? Where does it get its source?
Dan, it's a man-made lake. Please, just leave it alone.
No, there's something under there. I feel it when I fly to DIA. I flew to Denver for Christmas. Felt it when I landed in the airport. I said, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Something's under the ground.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's where they hide the president.
Yeah.
Or
Everyone
something.
says it's an Illuminati safe house, but I think it's...
Yeah.
I saw a TV show where they went
They
down
have to
there.
go, like, you have to, like, shake the right paw of the horse outside and the door opens.
Yeah, the blue horse with the red eyes.
The Bronco. Is that it? Was he here? Oh, Jesus Christ. That was just Jacob's impression.
Damn.
That scared the living shit out of me. Thank you to everybody who came. Oh, sorry, our crew's all here.
Yeah.
We got DJ Lou. We got Christine Evans.
In person.
We have our Black King, the Black Tiger, Lewis Johnson. And the winner of the Bob Saget Death Pool, everybody, Jacob Atat, all the way in
Can't
Florida.
believe you had him won.
Damn, you picked him every year, and finally you win. You
A
happy?
lot of people don't know Jacob's bedroom was like Finkel's in Ace Ventura, and it just said "Die, Bob, die."
Die, Saget, die. Very sad about the death of Bob Saget, man.
Fucking crazy.
He was just at Skankfest.
Yeah. And heard nothing but great things. I met him a couple times. He was super fucking cool.
No, I always looked at him as the reason I was bumped out of bumping mics, but he's fine.
I remember when we sat in the back of that.
Yeah.
We sat there for so long.
That was the night they called me over to yell at me about, or they were supposed to get mad at me for the letter the lady wrote.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember it being crazy hot. And then we went downstairs, and they were like...
Remember, Tell kept getting ready to call me up, and then Jeff Ross would stop and bring up somebody else.
Yeah.
The one time he just started yelling the name of it was Michelle Wolf. He was like, "No, Michelle Wolf. Michelle Wolf's here, everybody. Michelle Wolf." And they start clapping, and they're like, "I don't think she's here yet." He's like, "Oh," he goes, "Why don't we just bring up Jay?" He's like, "Well, hang on a second."
Who else?
Yeah, literally, I was like, "What's happening, man?"
Dude, I was standing in the back where all the comics sit.
It hurt so much.
I mean, I was sitting there watching it like, guys, just bring up Jay. I should have grabbed the mic and gone, "It's me, Michelle Wolf. Bring up Jay."
Yeah, dude. Where
what
were
about
you?
Big Jay Okerson? I was just standing there high, sweating.
Winslow used to be able to get rid of neighbors by having a machine gun going off in his house.
Yeah, dude, I really dropped the ball. I really blew it.
One of your voices is going to help me, man.
I'll get you out of a jam.
Yeah.
I got to Winslow you out of jams.
Remember, you used to call me out of school as Sloane's mom? Or Sloane's dad? Frankly, I think you're an asshole, Rooney.
You, sir. But, yeah, man, it's one of those things where you get a text where you're like, what? My buddy texted me, Bob Saget died. And you're like, what?
Ari Shaffir's got an Instagram thing. I guess he talked about it last night, like right when it happened.
Yeah.
He was on stage or went to the cellar. It's pretty funny. He was like...
That's his conch shell. When a celebrity dies, it's like... And Ari has like, I have to go talk about this.
But it was like, he goes, they say it wasn't drugs. Who said that? His drug dealer? No, that's incidental. Yeah, rest in peace, Bob Saget. That's a fucking young man.
65.
65. It was only about, let me do some quick math, 25, 30 years of being able to make jokes about banging the Olsen twins.
That's only 65.
My boy John Stamos is probably bumming. Didn't catch his number or anything when we hung out that one time.
Good news is Giannis is close to him, so Giannis can probably give you Giannis Papas. He calls him Yanni.
Oh, Yanni.
Yanni.
Yeah, Yanni. Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to change Giannis's name in my phone to Yanni live at the Acropolis.
Oh, dude, that should have been in the stepmother section of a CD store.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, my God.
Talk about stepmom music. Yanni and Tesh, dude. That's not even your mom. It's not even your mom.
No.
It's your stepmom.
It's a lady that lays with your father. It's, dude, Tesh. Coming up with some themes, though.
The lady who lays with my papa.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Greek music, when I first moved to Astoria, we lived across the street. Opa! We lived across the street from the Greek music and video superstore.
Oh, shit.
And Vic and I always joked around that it was just 100 copies of My Big Fat Greek Wedding in the soundtrack. And then a couple Yannis, a couple loose Yannis floating around.
Dude, you guys should have started a Locks for Love with the arm hair in that place alone.
Yeah, dude. It looked like a fucking Wookiee cantina. Oh, fuck, dude. I talked about fucking Family Guy Blue Harvest like twice yesterday because I thought of the jokes when they're like, all right, guys, we're the Cantina Band. What do you want us to play? Play that same song.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was it's very, my friend Joey always texts me when people die. He's like he's the guy. He's always the bringer of bad news.
Death bringer.
Remember when we were about to do the live bonfire outside the Village Underground, and he called me. He's like, my friend Josh Morales was killed in a car accident. That was Joey. One time when I started.
What a great show for you to have gotten spring break drunk, dude. Couple claws and a couple shots.
That was a couple of years ago.
How would I ever do a live show not like that again?
Yeah, you're gonna be in the bag every time now.
Not in the bag, but I definitely get loose with some drinks.
Oh man, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Moon Tower, dude. Next to Moon Tower, we do.
I go, yeah, I didn't think there was going to be a wet t-shirt contest, but Jay was 4 claws deep.
Come on, guys. What are we doing? Are we partying or what? Beaver contest.
Hey, I'll get a Prince Albert right here on the stage.
I'm going to have a half asleep, half rude conversation where I'm like, the girl's got a great snapper, Dan. Jay, what? Snapper? What are you using, 70s terms?
You're falling asleep talking?
Yeah. No, she was hot. What, Jay? We're introducing the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Jacob as Santa? It's Moon Tower.
Uh-huh.
What?
No, I know. I'm fucking around from before. Idiots. Anyway.
I'm glad
BetterHelp.com/Graggle.
I'm glad that I don't have... I feel like I quit drinking before everything was recorded. You know?
Yeah.
I remember doing a podcast where I was drunk, and I don't even know the podcast, and I don't think it went well, but I was fucking hammered on it. And I was like, I just know it came out, and he notified me on Facebook, and I was like, ooh, this was like 2011, and I remember being like, a couple, you know what, dudes, I got fucking hammered on.
Yeah. Christine's drunk face in pictures was pretty tellable, for sure.
What was the giveaway on Christine when she was drunk?
Floating eye.
Well, yeah, the floater.
One just takes a trip a different direction. But by the way, she thinks both of them are looking at you, and neither of them is.
Neither of them are.
Nope, they are just they just fucking like the Blue Angels, dude. Zip by either side of your ears.
She's doing flybys.
It's pretty wild. Yeah,
and
you can tell for sure.
To be an
but
American.
When she sings the Waterfalls, you can see the floaty eye. But she was still. Here's the thing: floaty eyes happening quick, no matter what. So floaty eye. It's not a good tell. Floaty eye can still be fun, Christine, but floaty eye is also indicative of like when Christine would do the, hey, you guys want to do another shot? And you're like, no. I may have said this in the show before, but I'm trying to work on like a stage thing about it because it is funny. The reaction I go, it's when people get ready to go out at night, they're like, let's go get drunk. Mm-hmm. And like women particularly do this. And then when they come over to you at some point, they go, let's do another drink. And you go, no, you're drunk. You're simply my intention of that was always just to be like, nah, you don't want to.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's like, no, you're drunk. Like,
don't move.
You're having so much fun. And then when she goes like, nah, you don't need that drink. Why? What am I doing? Am I fighting with people? Am I being a bitch? And you're like, no, this here is the whole reason. Like, you see how fast on a dime you could turn on that? She goes, just nurse this, man. Have some fun.
I learned very early on as a shit talking kid that with I could get under Trisha's skin being like, you gonna have another one? Like she'd go back to the thing and be like, whoo, you having another one before dinner? And she'd be like, what? And they're like, You know, the first time I did it, I was like, ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then by the time I was 16, dude, when we'd have like knockdown, drag out fights, I'd be like, oh yeah, get a refill. Fucking fill it back up. And she'd be like, yeah, fucking dope head. She called me a dope head, which didn't make sense. I'm
That's
like,
a great one though.
yeah.
Dope head.
I'm like, what does that even mean?
I
It was
don't
like
know.
a mom. It was like a mom insult that
I don't
didn't
know.
even.
That's just our new merch, dude.
Dope head.
Dope head.
Well, that's because you're smoking pot, right?
Yeah.
Dope head.
Yeah, that's what you
yeah.
meant.
Yeah, that's what she meant. But it was like calling it dope is like, that's heroin, lady.
No, parents
Not
call
then.
pot dope.
I know.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Smoke some dope.
You're like, yeah, mom, why don't you have some dope? Why don't you tie up and boot off?
Idiot. Stupid idiot.
Man, we got a NFL Sunday was last week of the regular season last night. Fucking intense.
Yeah, but nothing to me.
I
Nothing
know.
changed. Nothing moved.
You guys were in. You guys had played the day before. You guys played Saturday.
Played Saturday, but they also everybody is in COVID.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So everyone will be back for. I mean, they probably weren't going to play starters anyway, but like.
Yeah, I thought you guys were just sitting in starters.
Kelsey went in and played 3 plays just to log in that he played because he's the longest.
Kelsey's back.
Jason Kelsey?
Oh no! Never mind. I was confusing
Travis
Ertz.
Kelce.
I was
Oh.
thinking. I thought it was like. I thought.
No. Kelsey.
Yeah, the center. Yeah.
He, they showed him again, like giving a speech this week. Ooh, it was good.
I saw that online.
Yeah.
What's crazy
he's
is
like, when
his-
we're full strength, nobody can fuck with us. It's like,
With,
yeah, dude,
it-
he gets so amped.
But then his brother is like, "Yo, what up, dog? Yo, your female's looking fine."
Oh, is Travis Kelsey like?
Yeah.
He's like Wigger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, Jason
Oh.
Kelsey. I would just bet like.
Oh no, Travis
if
Kelce's
Jason
like,
Kelsey was.
yo, Jason be mad serious, bro.
If Jason Kelsey was like, I'm not racist at all, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Dude.
Sure, bud.
Sure. He goes, no, seriously, I love all people the same. Yeah, I got you, but you don't say anything to me. They did another wonderful on SVU where they just take. They are irresponsible sometimes. First of all, I don't think that white power symbol they say people give when it's like the okay sign.
I used to like to throw the okay. I'm a little mad I can't give anybody an okay anymore.
I'll throw okay in my life, and it's terrifying. You're like, oh yeah, it's like they'll look at it that way. But in SVU, one of them, not undercover, she was just. Did you watch this?
Yes, I know what you're going to say.
She went to the white supremacist guy and was trying to like fool him that she was down, and she was like, "Hey," he's like, she goes like, "You got to stop just saying it was black people. It's like being too obvious." And then she like did the okay symbol, and he was like, "What do I say?" Like he just bought it right away.
She
And
pauses and with a look like, "Hey, look at this."
yeah,
Check this out.
Take a look at. And I
It
was
would have
like,
been funnier if she dead armed him. You know, when you'd get caught looking, you go through. Oh, one for looking.
I don't know if it's true, but Milo Yiannopoulos on Skanks did say that he started that rumor that OK sign was white power, which again is just like fantastic.
Yeah.
I heard a thing the other day. Someone goes, he's like broke now, like he's just fucking done. And I was like, sure, like that doesn't blow my mind either. Like he was only as important as you made him. Mm-hmm. He was in the Martin Shkreli documentary I watched.
I watched that. That one stunk. Did you like it?
No.
The one where the guy lives in his building?
Yeah. And it's just all his like footage. Pharma Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
It was
fine.
all right.
It's funny watching Ghostface Killer talk about him.
Yeah, that was the best part. That's the funniest part of it.
I don't want to talk about this dude no more, but here's 45 minutes of me talking about him.
But here's a lot of footage of me talking shit about this stupid kid.
But I'm going to talk about him a lot.
The one thing I didn't like about it was I felt like the guy that made the movie lived in his building and was a fan of his.
Yeah.
In a way that you're like,
Well, it did point out the idea that it goes, he's just for some reason was so willing to play the evil, fucking like smarmy piece of shit.
yeah.
But like it's just a thing that's done constantly. He's just such a face you could put on it. Like the idea of that, like a pill being raised 5,000%. He's like,
Yeah.
it's constantly done.
Yeah.
It's 100% of the time. So it's like it's not just him. Like he's just the best asshole to point at for people doing that. But there's sweet grandpas are probably doing the same thing in boardrooms. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, dude. The decisions that CEOs make where you don't realize how shitty. They're like, this is going to impact all the people around in the town. And they're like, yeah, but our profit margin will be up 4%. Let's do it.
Dude, speaking of the olds getting involved, I was in Jacksonville this weekend. Thank you, Jacksonville, for showing up, by the way.
Did you do 16 minutes of Jacksonville material the way Cat Williams did when he did special down there?
No, I should have. But I do. That hotel is such a hooker hotel. It's so fun. It really is fun. Like, it's just a very interesting place to stay. And the bed's good enough that it's like, fine. Internet's free and good. Can't ask for more than that. And you're less than 200 steps away from the front door of the comedy club. The comedy club's in the hotel.
Great.
But it's one of the hotels, when you open your door, you're outside. Do you know what I mean? It's Florida, so a lot of them are like that. But, like, do you know what I mean?
Like it. I don't like it. As a smoker, you must love it.
Oh, as a smoker, I almost died this weekend. I was crushing them.
Did you just have your door open, leaning over the rail?
No, just go outside and pace on the rail. Talk out front of everybody's door about personal things, probably. Who gives a shit?
Throw people under the bus just through a door?
It was a mile round trip to go to Starbucks and back and a Target. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Weather
that.
wasn't probably, it wasn't cold like it is here.
It was fucking fantastic weather. I went outside in shorts, basketball shorts, and do my pacing smokes.
Florida J, dude. Ripping butts, getting stuff done.
Florida is a trash garbage place of low rent garbage people. However, it's so great when it's cold here. Just go there. Thank you, Florida. I love you so much. No, the fans out there are fantastic. Local comics and stuff, all fucking cool. It's a. I don't know if they should get rid of the Comedy Zone name. I don't know what the answer is, but like, no one goes there. It's like dinosaurs performing there.
What do you mean?
Very
people that are
specialized
working.
act. They get like black comics that have their own fan base that can bring in like good audience. You know what I mean? And besides that, it's like Pablo Francisco's coming next week. The people who work there admittedly don't know anything about comedy.
Yeah.
Like the managers and stuff. It just was purchased.
Man.
It was just sold. I got the whole down, but to talk about the old people, I was going to say, on Saturday still, they keep this running thing that's been there since the old owner, where it's called the Comedy Workshop. You go down, it's whatever, 3:30 or something on a Saturday, and you used to have to pay to do it, right? It was like $200 to join the workshop, but that was the only way. The owner ran it, so that was the only way that you could get into the club. Yeah, was to go to this workshop. And me and Fenoy went and watched it last time, and it was like that. It was interesting to say the least.
So it's kind of like a showcase to get.
It's. I didn't know exactly how it was going to go, other than when it happened, I was like, "This is a nightmare. I would not do this at all. It was horrible to go through this." Maybe it's helpful for some people. I can't argue that. I don't know. Everyone's got a different process.
Yeah.
But these comics, the younger people that are trying to do comedy, for the most part, they all get up. They go up in front of each other. But ultimately, it was just like four like local comics in their 50s, 60s. You know what I mean? Sitting there for them. And when someone would be like a joke, you know, they do like their new 2 or 3 jokes and they go, and, you know, came in her mouth anyway. And then these 4 old people have to go, you know, did you explain like why? Like, did you explore like why you came in her mouth? It was just so. And then when it was even that dirty, that's a bad example. It was just like, you know, so I told my girlfriend, with an ultimatum like that, I guess I'm choosing fantasy baseball. You know, and it's like, now fantasy baseball. Do you play fantasy base? It's just like these things that are like, oh my god, dude.
Hey, please stop doing this. Please stop doing this.
Oh, I did the how long could I sit there? I did as long as I could.
And this was going
so
on
uncomfortable.
What during the day?
3:30.
And they just asked you to come and hang out and watch it? Or it's in the hotel.
It's just it's a few steps from my place. In fact, I told a couple of the comics I'd go to it and like sit there and watch and like hang out. And then at 4:15 or 4:30, one of them reached out. They're like, "Hey, down here to think on he like DM me or whatever." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit, I totally forgot about it." And I was like, "Fucking threw on sweatpants and went downstairs." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Fuck. But it's so weird. First of all, they don't laugh for each other at all, but then they clap when it's over, which also seems like it's just odd.
So they don't give it up at all for the comics. It's just dead silent. Because comics open mics.
No, they're like giggle. They're giggle. And then what's also funny when you get to know the local people, especially the older ones, like the real been theirs for a while, how overly hard they laugh for each other when the actual show comes. Like when there's an actual show going on. Because one of the older guys was my host.
And so then they show
I liked
up.
him. I actually liked him very much, but I did like him. But I will say the only reason I'll talk about this thing and have fun with it is because, in fairness, when he goes, "What do you want me to say?" and I just go, "Just Legion of Skanks and Bonfire," and he goes, "Those are specials, huh?" And I was like, "No, nope."
No, they're not.
I go, "They're both podcasts." I'm like, "Here we go." No, they're just my broadcast. But I just said, just say them. It's fine.
Those biker gangs.
Yeah. So it was like,
Is that the unit you were in the army?
but he was one of the guys. Yeah, just sitting there like giving the rundown to the young. I think it was young. It wasn't even young. There was like an old lady who was up there, and they started asking her questions, trying to get her to explore it more. And it was like dirty shit. And she was built to push a cart. I mean, just, you know what I mean? Like the dinosaur arms, but really heavy.
Yeah.
Not so much like overweight up top, but her lower body looks like 4 different people. It looks like she's wearing her skin, and the shape of her skin looks like, remember when Flea wore the teddy bear pants one time?
No.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, when he just wears like, it's like other people all over his legs. Her lower half looked like Gene Simmons' Demon.
Yeah.
Turn it up. You don't have to be afraid.
And this guy's just sitting in the crowd picking her act apart.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, well, did you actually have sex after that? Yeah. Yeah, that's what her lower body looked like. It was crazy. And again, she was like, and I don't know what to say, 'cause I don't want to be a dick at all. And it's good. It's no way for it to not sound dicky. But seeing a 60-something-year-old person like doing the comedy workshop on the weekends to get ready for I just don't get it.
Like why they would do it?
I don't.
Maybe they're just bored.
Yeah.
I would prefer. There's part of me that would.
Yeah, but it's like to find like community, maybe.
Yeah, there's part of me that would prefer someone that's in their 60s doing comedy for the love of making people laugh and doing jokes than these people that are doing comedy.
I bet you don't feel that way if they're hosting for you when you get to town.
No, not at all.
I'm not talking about my host. He did fine. I'm just saying like
no, I won't
saying
work.
just generally speaking.
Oh, I won't work with them. I'm saying I would prefer if they're out there. If you're telling me the other thing that's out there are like people in their 60s doing this as like a hobby, trying to make people laugh, great. Versus like YouTubers that are just taking money and taking weekends.
Oh yeah, sure,
taking actual weekends from working comics.
Well, that's apples and oranges, I think. But like,
yeah, but I'm saying like, fuck it if they want to do it.
No, I just don't get it. Do it. Who gives a shit?
Oh, I wouldn't.
I think anyone should do comedy if they want to do it. I just don't get what's the end game of it though. Like it's like, what are you gonna?
Because in their head, they probably, lift it up levels. Like they take it serious on a level that you're like, that's ridiculous.
So one of the things at Jacksonville is Grandma Lee was from there. Do you remember Grandma Lee?
No.
Isn't she the one that was like, please bring up some Grandma Lee comedy? When I think that's like the raspy, like, these kids talking about back in the day. Back in what fucking day?
Dude, you coming out of Jacksonville, you're going to be fucking...
Dude, Grandma Lee was just She did like good
Lil
on
Duval.
Last Comic Standing.
She did? Oh, so she's recent.
Yeah. Grandma Lee. Is Lil Duval from Jacksonville?
Duval, yeah.
No shit. And Limp Bizkit, dude.
Limp
The Holy
Bizkit.
Trinity.
Dude, what a holy trinity. Grandma Lee, Little Duval, and Limp Bizkit.
Dude, Jacksonville looks like Limp Bizkit.
I've never been to Jacksonville.
That club is great. The staff is awesome, dude. It's really like
I was going to say managers.
It's a really good club. I said Christine should get a job consulting comedy clubs.
But managers that don't know
No, don't put her on
comedians-
America's Got Talent. That's what you do. Just get a set of hers.
Managers that don't know comedians is it's great when they bump up against comedians that think they're more important than they are. When you just have that person that's like, I don't know what this is. You know what I'm talking about? Comics that are like, you ever seen someone get the air pulled out of their sail? Comics that are like doing well, and then there's someone that's like, I don't know what you do. And there's just that apathy towards them.
Oh, yeah.
It's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very funny. Especially when you hear like demands that comics make on the road. If you run into one of those managers, it's like, I don't even know what this is. This is basically, I work at a restaurant. That's the way I look at it. And they're like, I was very big on, it's funny to watch that.
What's funny
Shut
is,
them down.
What's funny is Christine feels and I get it. It's sweet of her. I'll tell you on the air, you don't have to do this, but you're not doing it. But it just makes, when I get there, I feel bad. Because when I get there, they go, where do you want the Diet Peach Snapples? I was like, Diet Peach Snapples? I go, what? She goes, your manager said, we asked, if you want anything backstage at all. And she said, Diet Peach Snapples. I was like, oh. Yeah, I mean, I drink. That's what I drink at home. But you don't have to like. Well, we got a 6 or 8 of them. So, and just every day backstage you'll be there, and I'm just like, yeah, it's.
At what
you,
point?
But you don't have to say that.
I wonder.
I thought they put it in the one time they put it in the room. When they put it in the room, it's great.
When they put it in my bedroom now, where was that? American Comedy Company, maybe? They did it right.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
In your hotel room?
Uh-huh.
How?
A nice 8er.
Did they check you? They checked you in and.
I don't know, dude. Some snacks and I think a pack of smokes.
What?
It's very nice. Very nice of them.
Oh, man, now with legal weed states, you could probably start asking for joints and fucking.
Oh, there. I
edibles?
think there was also weed, maybe. Oh, there's no. I don't know if there's weed in the room.
I wouldn't be saying this out loud because every comic that hears this that works American Comedy Company is going to be like, "So, do you want my drink order right now, or
Dude, American.
you're going to
Comedy
put it? You're going to put it in my room?"
It was Snapple. It wasn't fucking Skullhead vodka.
Dan Aykroyd's finest.
Dan Aykroyd's finest Skullhead.
I'll come off the wagon for Aykroyd's fucking skull vodka.
Yo, I mean, it just being in that workshop took me back to early comedy, like so much. Like,
That's what I mean.
doing
It's
things like that,
the
and you're like-
seriousness that they take it that you realize. It's like when we saw that open mic the other night.
What I feel bad for is the people in there who, like, I don't know if they're going anywhere. I don't know, but like someone who's 27 to 35, like those people in there that I feel bad because I'm just like, I don't even know if you're probably not even getting good advice at all.
No.
Like, what's the point of it? Like, to go? And I don't know if it does good. Oh, I guess it does. It does. I guess going and having your jokes just have no reaction from an empty room.
It's repetitions and it makes you tough.
It's something it builds, but like at the end of the day, like how much do you got to do it?
I'm no hack. I'm not repeating my joke.
I understand that, Jacob. No one ever said you were. I was just saying you might benefit from a comedy course.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, getting those notes from someone that you don't find funny, like and they know each other. It's a small scene.
Oh yeah, when Isabella took the comedy class, remember she came back and she was like, "They keep telling me to like change the lines of the jokes," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I should tell you this in the beginning. Don't listen to anything they say about comedy. Just do the assignments they give you." When she was 14,
Yeah.
and then she was like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah." Just like if they're saying like today, this week, write about your family. Write something personal. This one, write observational. Write something about. I go, just do that. I go, whenever they tell you like, you should really think about approaching it. I go, if they knew what they're telling you, they wouldn't be teaching it to you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't worry about that.
Dude, this lady.
I'm not gonna let some fucking wash up teach my kid comedy.
Yeah.
Fucking
Get
nuts.
Get the stink off her.
Yeah. What are you nuts? You trying to put your bullshit into her?
Get out of here.
Well, become friendly enough with the owner of the club that eventually they feel terrible for you and they find a way to give you another paycheck by having you rip people off for public speaking gigs.
Man, if you're funny and you take a comedy class, there has to be a moment where you're just like,
there's one comic who I've respect genuinely is like a good comic and teaches comedy is Kirsten.
yeah.
Kirsten's taught a comedy class for a long time and stuff like that. But like besides that, I'm always like, it's a cash grab.
That's how you know I'm doing hard drugs. Start doing
Dance comedy
Soder's
course?
comedy college.
I said I would have. My thing was going to be to break the mold of it. I said, when Wayne was asking me, our buddy Wayne, he was like, teach comedy class. And I was like, all right, you know what? I think I could offer like valuable information to comedy course.
You'd have to submit by showing puss shots.
First
to
things
get into your
first,
comedy
let me
school.
see your box. Is it hilarious or is it all nice and tight?
Ooh.
No, I was, it was, I think I had some information that could probably help. And I can think of things to tell people to like do for homework or whatever and just get people to talk. And then I was like, but I just want to do like young comics, like people who want to do like, young people in comedy. I can save them some time on some shit. Maybe they can get better. And see, also it gives you kind of cool opportunity to see someone where like, oh wow, they have like a, if I saw Kurt, if I was an established comic and saw the level of Kurt when he first started, I was like, Jesus, God, it's good jokes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Out of the gate, even if I would be like, these aren't great jokes, I'm like, no one this young at this should be writing this good a joke. These are like pretty elaborate.
You blown away by his jokes immediately.
Right. And so, and he was like, no, you got to teach like the guy who got a new job and has to give reports that he wants to speak publicly better. A nervous guy who's using it as a singles club, basically. And I'm like, oh. Well, then right away I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. I go, that's just that. I go, then it is just like a cash grab, really. I'm like, I don't want to say I'm teaching it and then not really, because I don't care about that guy.
Yeah.
The guy's like, oh, I just want to
"Hey,
not be
teach.
nervous when I give report. Yeah.
What's the puss looking like in this situation?
Yeah. He's breathing on an apple for me.
If I were a 90s network executive, I would greenlight 2 seasons of you teaching a night school of stand-up comedy.
Night school?
Immediately. Of you just having a bunch of businessmen and teachers and socially awkward bus drivers.
No, the reality show should be me teaching.
Not
that
reality.
comedy.
Reality. Fuck reality. Scripted.
Here's
I'm talking about
here's a good reality
multicam,
one. How about
baby.
How about me teaching the? Okay, even if it's a made up story, me teaching. You know, they actually have the comedy DUI classes.
What?
Yeah,
I know they have DUI classes at comedy clubs, but I
think
didn't
they're
know
comedy ones.
I didn't think they're comedy classes. I thought
think
they were
comedy based.
No.
You think they just use the space for DUI classes?
Yeah, 'cause
no,
it's a
that doesn't
space.
make any sense.
It's a space.
By the way, I think we're thinking of the same place. I think Cap City used to do it.
Yeah.
Wait, there's like funny DUI classes?
I don't think it's
I
funny.
think it is.
I think it's just DUI class.
No.
I would think they were just using the space. They were into.
Why would they announce it? But why would they announce? No, I think a comedian teaches it, so you get like a funny course. Look it up.
You go, hey.
What happened to you, Christine? Oh, Christine would have had these things up already. I feel like everything I got to say, I look at you and you go, is that even possible? I go, you're the internet person. Look it up.
I mean, but how do you make a DUI class funny? You're like, listen, I know you wrap that family of 3 around that telephone pole. But
Like,
find the funny in it.
But if you wrap a family through on telephone, you're not going to be in defensive driving court. This is just like getting caught thinking like, we're like, I was just dropping my kid off.
Yeah, this wasn't like, I forced that truck off the road and all that.
Yeah.
I fell asleep at the wheel and now my cousin's gone.
He caused a 4-car pileup, put Tracy Morgan in a coma.
Yeah. This guy flipped 3 times.
Shut up.
His 8-year-old has to eat through his belly button.
Yeah, the guy from Walmart that almost killed Tracy Morgan did
Yeah.
kill Uncle Jimmy Mack. That guy definitely wasn't just sitting because Steve Burns really got a lot of information on
Yeah.
drinking and driving.
He goes, you guys are going to shit about this, but I was trying to forget Steve Hofstetter. And by the way,
Steve Hofstadter making shitty comics.
he
Always,
goes,
yeah.
By the way, and Steve Hofstetter, he buried me when I heckled him.
Damn,
I'm
you know
a
what's funny?
heckler and I got
For a person who's-
destroyed.
What a reputation, because for his comedy that I really genuinely don't know. I may have seen a clip ever once and I go, oh, Steve Hofstetter? Yeah, it's funny if it's someone who sucks. And I'm like, damn, what a reputation that guy's got. I don't even know if he sucks. Maybe he's genius.
I call him Steve the Destroyer. He just stays online.
Yeah, I call him Gozer.
Yeah, he just destroys hecklers.
Go ahead. Comedy traffic school.
Oh, it's traffic school. All right.
No, but that's what it is.
Is that DUI school?
That's what.
Yeah, you have to go to traffic school.
But is it you're funny?
Do you send my certificate to the court or do you send it to me? We submit it.
No, we pie you in the face, and then we give it to you.
We accept MasterCard, Visa, seltzer bottles.
What time? Do you send my
your
certificate?
graduation spinning bow tie?
Do you send my certificate to the court, or do you send it to me? We submit your certificate information directly to your court and the DMV for you electronically.
It's accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Really?
What is this?
What a fucking joke.
Yeah, I
Stop
know.
it.
Fucking joke.
Well, let's get rid of the. Does a comedian teach it? Free preview.
Dude, I would.
There we go.
Eric Estrada?
Hang on.
Wait, Chips?
Watch Eric Estrada and his funny friends. Oh, because, traffic school.
Oh, you know what? Yes, dude. Let it rip.
ComedyTrafficSchool.com is proud to introduce our brand new all-visual...
But I'm excited to watch this. Are you sick of driving and falling asleep? If you have narcolepsy...
Oh, this one's just...
Podcast?
I got it. It's read, listen. Yeah, this is just audio. So, I mean, it is an audio medium.
It's not playing.
Damn, they took it down.
Damn, take that.
I heard the
Take
listen
that, blind
version.
people.
The listen version has a deal with Spotify, like Rogan. They paid the listen version $100 million.
No, wait a second. Go to the comedy breaks. Okay. Hilarious study breaks. Best gymnastic fails ever. Baseball follies. A Seinfeld bit. A David Spade bit. Toy vehicles gone bad. That's 100% guaranteed to pass. We don't care.
Yeah. Give us your money.
Reagan Burns from Comedy Central does this whole thing. What a cash grab. That's weird.
That old Comedy Central logo rules.
It does rule. But this is weird.
Yeah.
That's very, very weird.
I'm looking forward to Dan's Arithmetic. Come on down to Dan's Arithmetic. We have down at Barbecue and More. Dan's teaching a new tasty math class.
It's like a Sylvan Learning Center, but hilarious.
With racks of ribs and funny.
Can you play David Spade's drive? Is this just like...
Yeah, they just use comedy to be like, driving's crazy, ain't it?
I'm a race car driver.
Holy shit.
Sorry, this video's not found.
And it's due to rights restrictions, so they're not allowed to use the story.
Comedy Central's like, yeah, you can't use that bit.
I guess YouTube wasn't cracking down so much on Seinfeld. Damn. Seinfeld does his best tight five. Enjoy, everyone. Traffic school. I can't tell what any of that's to do with traffic school.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means. You get in trouble, and is this in Austin? Where is this?
No.
I think it's all online. I don't know where
This
they're
one's just
based out of.
online.
This is just online. If you get in trouble, how would you not do this? You go to regular
It's the
traffic
only
school?
way.
They're like in my hometown. They're in El Segundo.
El Segundo.
Oh, I'm well there.
Oh my God.
I gotta get it. I got to get it. Christine, you have 75 hometowns, by the way. There's not one of those places. You are from Hermosa, Manhattan, now El Segundo. That's a new one on the fire.
There's all these different cities that are all part of something called the South Bay, and I'd say I'm from the South Bay, but it's like El Segundo, Manhattan.
Someone say they're from
Hermosa,
Philly when
Redondo,
they're from
Torrance.
Ardmore.
Ardmore.
Jacket.
Fucking Ardmore.
You're not from El Segundo.
You're from Ardmore.
You don't hang out in the same place as Tribe Called Quest hangs out.
You're just from Ardmore.
You
I
idiot.
almost
You're from
moved to El
Ardmore.
Segundo.
No shit, did you?
It smells
Why?
bad there.
Why did you almost move there? Did you want to get real, authentic eyeliner tattoos?
Would eyeliner tattoos eventually become beneficial if you did it? Because then you're just like, well, I don't have to spend any time doing it.
My ex's mom has them. She has tattooed makeup.
Oh, crazy. That's so close to your eye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I think they just do it straight up like a needle, like anything else.
No.
It's pretty wild. I'm going to do it to my eyebrows. Shave my eyebrows off and get in tattoo eyebrows.
Oh, I will not treat you.
Straight chola.
I will not treat you any different.
What, straight chola eyes?
I will treat you exactly the same.
I mean, hey, Dan, you think it's almost time to go to commercial break?
Yeah. It's what's up? It's me, Little Sleepy. We should go to commercial break. I didn't realize we're 40 minutes in.
Perhaps we should take our first commercial break.
You've been listening to SiriusXM's Bonfire. New episodes every Tuesday through Friday mornings and full shows always on SiriusXM.